The political lines are drawn very firmly in the sand for this show. The show's creators paint Homelander very clearly as a Trump comparison and his followers as MAGA. Why would you very blatantly want to villainize half your audience in this way? Remember when Jordan said that Republicans buy sneakers too? They also like superhero movies and shows. Art shouldn't be free from a message, but it should be open for interpretation. This show and The Boys, sadly, are no longer open for interpretation. They are lectures in behaviors and beliefs. If you don't agree with all the left's ideas and policies, you're Homelander, the main villain of the show. Culturally, the tide is beginning to turn, but we aren't all the way there yet. And the interesting thing to me is that one side seems to champion and campaign for this type of propaganda, and the other just wants their content and entertainment agenda free. You tell me who the bad guys are.
If God's gift to mankind had another name, it would be Jonathan, who is your host. If you love all things comic book and all things cinema, you're at the right place. Welcome to Comic Book Cinema.
The peaceful Starlight protesters getting violently attacked by the Homelander supporters is another example of the unimaginative writer's attempt to villainize half of their potential audience. Once again.
Not a great plan.
Another example, the goat named Elon Musk.
What if I kill Elon?
That's why we named them for assholes.
The show is peppered throughout with subtle and not so subtle propaganda, which makes it feel a bit behind its time. We saw a lot of this in the late 2010s and early 2020s, but now audiences see right through it. Most audiences are tired of it. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's my biggest problem with the show overall. The show and its creators do a really good job with black representation. That's where Marvel Disney seemed to drop the ball a lot, by slapping the label of a legacy character onto an existing black character, instead of drawing from newer source material or creating new characters. You can tell that there's an effort on that end from the Amazonverse. With all that being said though, there's a moment in the show where Andre's dad is talking to Ant Girl, and he says something along the lines of, "Why do you think it was a black man that died in that prison?" when talking about his son in the show, and real-life actor Chance Perdomo, who died in a motorcycle accident before season 2 of GenV started filming. Why are we making this situation about race? We're taking the real-life death of actor Chance Perdomo and turning it into a catalyst for victim mentality in the black community? Okay. Why does the shapeshifter have to turn into a boy every time things are about to get physical? What are the creators of this show trying to say? Girls aren't as strong as boys? That's really offensive.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Also, I wonder if Jordan Lee goes to the men's restroom or the women's restroom. The mystery around Cypher and his powers throughout the season was really intriguing and well done. And the twist that it was Godolkin all along was even cooler. The character Dognot might have been the most hilarious thing that happened all season long. That's another minor complaint that I have about this season of Gen V. Most of the humor that we're used to seeing in the boys' verse was mostly absent. A lot of the focus this season was put on Maria and her powers developing. She was set up well as a potential foil for Homelander in the season finale for the boys, but as I think about Homelander versus Maria in the finale, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem like it would be a satisfying conclusion or match the direction the show was going. Maria and the rest of the cast worked well in this show, but I don't know how excited I'll be seeing them team up with a less and less exciting resistance group from the main show. Also, you risk alienating certain fans that haven't seen Gen V but love the boys. But I guess it's obvious the show's creators don't care about that. With all that being said, unlike most Hollywood creators, I don't let my political opinions cloud my judgment. It doesn't rule over everything I watch or listen to. Most of the lyrics from my music preferences go completely against my political views. I will never give a movie or show a bad review on this channel just because I'm offended. A lot of YouTubers and influencers do this. I can promise you that as long as I'm doing this channel, I will be authentic with you about my opinions for what I love, comic book cinema. But I'd be lying if I said the propaganda in this show didn't annoy me or make me like the show a little less. Not because it offends me or goes against my personal politics in some ways. It's just unrelenting. In this show's attempt to paint a picture of modern politics and how people blindly follow one side or the other, it ends up becoming what it's trying to paint a picture of. Like I said, it's unrelenting. They are on such a hardcore mission to make you believe the way that they do, and it's so blatant and right in front of your face. The best stories don't have to tell you what to think. They let you decide. A lot of audiences are just tired of political messaging and everything. Not because politics don't matter, but because it's become predictable. And GenV Season 2 definitely falls into that pattern. It's exactly what it's trying to raise awareness for or fight against. Be fair with your criticism. Put the spotlight on both sides instead of so passionately trying to villainize the group that you don't like. The actors turn in good performances in the show overall. No one really stands out as a bad apple in that department. The story and entertainment value take a bit of a decline from Season 1. The show is still unapologetically violent and irreverent, which makes it fit into the Boys universe really well. Same tone and the same wild world that the Boys fans are used to seeing. Even with my frustrations, there's still a lot this season does well. In my personal rankings list, I had the first season ranked around a 7, but this season is closer to a 6, maybe even as low as a 5.5. Like I said earlier, it doesn't quite live up to the first season of GenV or the first couple seasons of the show that started it all. The Boys. GenV Season 2 isn't just wild, it's confused. Not because of the gore or the powers or the twist, all that still hits. The real chaos comes from what the show is trying to say. And the strange part? It's not subtle anymore. It's not clever, and it's definitely not open to interpretation. This season crosses a line, not politically, but narratively. It's so focused on making its message clear that the story itself starts slipping through the cracks. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, check us out on Instagram or TikTok at Real Comic Book Cinema. Until next time, have a good one.